Hello, lovely to connect with you. My name is Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to pull some cards and share some guidance for the weekend, the 22nd and 23rd of July. So, very interesting energy around this morning or today. Saturday. It's Saturday for me already, if it's not Saturday for you yet. You can think of this as a heads up. So very interesting, strong energy around. I'm really interested in taking this guidance and this connection up a level, so we'll see how that goes. We'll just go with the flow. Big extra special welcome to our Temple of Balance patrons, our Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I've added a new tab to my website. I get a lot of emails from people saying they can't find these videos when they've already happened. So Facebook's probably hiding them a bit. So I've now got a tab on my website that says videos, and after I do the live streaming, Corey will grab the file for me and I'll put it up onto YouTube, and I'll share the YouTube link on my website. So keep an eye out for that. I'll do my best to keep that current. Good morning, Scott and Claudia. We've got Ricky, Kim and Marcella. Mercer's watching. Hi, Carol. Lovely to see you all. Hi, Katie. Good morning. And Linda. I've got my big singing bowl I was inspired to bring out here today, so I've got that to play at some point. Hi Leslie and Donna. Thanks Natasha for sharing the video. Hi Nicole and Kelly and Angela, you're all pouring in there. Lovely to connect with you all. I will read all of your messages when I get back onto my computer shortly. So what I'm going to be doing today is pulling one card from this deck for Saturday, one card for Sunday, and one card for the theme for the weekend. I've got my singing bowl here. I'm going to pull that out when I'm inspired to, and I'll feel when that time comes, and I'll trust that. I'm not doing any personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust you've been led here for a reason, and I trust something shared will be helpful for you. So you can trust that. If it feels right to you, if it resonates, then it is information or guidance or energy that you need to hear or receive at this time, and you can trust that. So let your expectations go and allow yourself to be surprised, I find is the best approach. So I think that's all I need to say. Just take on board what feels right to you. If it feels right, then feel it, listen to it, work with that guidance. If it doesn't feel right, if it's not guidance for you, just let it go. Just breathe it out and let it go. So while I'm preparing to pick the first card for Saturday, I encourage you to take some nice deep breaths and really think about returning back to your center. So breathe a nice deep breath that kind of draws up and down your spine. So as you breathe in, feel that energy move up, and as you breathe out, feel that energy move down through your spine. Let yourself let go and release anything that's been holding you back, that you've been holding on to, that's blocking you, that's limiting you, that's creating a resistance or a stagnation in your energy. Think about spending these moments clearing that stuff and recentering yourself. Okay, so while you do that, I'm going to shuffle these cards and trust 100% that I will be led to the best card for Saturday the 22nd of July for the majority of us. So the best card and guidance for Saturday the 22nd of July is here. Da-dun! It's the Spirit Bird again, which is quite amusing because it's come up the last 3 times in a row. So this is Spirit Bird, card 37. And listen to all those beautiful birds singing. It talks about heart, song, joy, excitement, and motivation. How did you go with the bit of a task I set you last video on Wednesday? Did you make an effort to do what you could, or do what you can, to feel a genuine sense of joy? Not something you talk about, but something that actually becomes real and genuine for you, something you can really feel and experience. So we're carrying that joy with us into the weekend, as the Saturday energy is very favourable for connecting again with music and connecting with genuine joy that we feel in our heart. And in case you missed Wednesday's video, I'll just recap a little bit that it's important, I'm feeling around this card lately, is to tap into joy in a genuine, real way, a real tangible way. So be careful you're not just talking about it and thinking about the idea of it would be nice, but really think about how you can step into your personal power and step into the joy that's available to you. And embrace that with your heart, embrace it with your body, and also into your life. So let yourself feel uplifted, let yourself feel a sense of joy, a sense of passion for life, and a new sense of motivation for what inspires you and what gets you up of a morning and helps you feel a sense of belonging and a sense of purpose. So allow yourself to feel that if you're open to it. So favourable energy for joy, and really fully embodying that on Saturday. And I see we've got a nice religious person on here that needs to be removed. Bye, Jill. Okay, now that that person spreading nice evil demon stuff on my video has gone, we will now find the best card for Sunday, the 23rd of July. There's no point watching things or investing time in things that you don't agree with. So instead of spewing negativity and affecting people that like these sorts of things, it's a good idea just to turn it off and go and do something that you like to do, like pray or read your Bible or whatever you like to do. So let's now find the best card for Sunday, the 23rd of July. So take a nice deep breath and we'll see what comes up for Sunday. Here we've got card 55 called Jellyfish. So this card talks about feeling vulnerable, flowing, sensitive and protection. This is the last card in the deck, so automatically it talks about tying up loose ends, and I want to say give ourselves space to bring some new into our life. So Sunday I feel like would be very favourable to tie up loose ends, to get things done, to get projects completed, to do the things we've been thinking about and putting off perhaps, and really make the time to tie these loose ends up, because I feel like we're going to start really quite afresh next week on Monday and perhaps even into Sunday. So think about what needs tying up, what you've been talking about but haven't had time to do on Sunday, and whether you can you're feeling inspired to proceed with that on Sunday. And the other element of this card talks about going with the flow, and I think of this as like the jellyfish that just kind of flows around and moves with the tide and the current and the ebb and flow of the water and the changing waters that move about our planet. So think about how in the flow you're feeling, or how resistant that you might be to the flow right now, especially on Sunday. Also, there's a sense of vulnerability, a sense of feeling sensitive and fragile on Sunday. I don't actually personally see that as a bad thing, because I feel it takes a lot of strength and courage to allow ourselves to be vulnerable and to be in that space of sensitivity and feeling fragile and vulnerable. So embrace your sensitive side, embrace that feeling of feeling vulnerable or fragile, because that space can also help you move to the next level. So it can bring up new feelings, new perspectives, new passions, new ways of seeing things that you may not have seen before. So trust in how you feel, and if you're feeling particularly sensitive and vulnerable, let yourself feel it. Try not to make excuses or deny how you really feel. When I'm feeling that way, I'll often get my journal out and write down what I'm feeling vulnerable and sensitive about, and really work that through in my journal. So that might be something you might find helpful too. So that is the guidance for Sunday. And yes, I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is, like all of my videos, general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared will be helpful for you. So if you're open to that, then great. If you're not, then wishing you a fantastic rest of your day. I feel now would be a brilliant time to get out this singing bowl. So this is a huge Tibetan singing bowl, which I will just balance here, probably in my hand actually. And I'm going to play this a little bit. I haven't played this much on my videos before. I think I've done it once or twice, but certainly not recently. So I'm actually using a cymbal striker. It actually came with a leather thing that you go around the rim with, but it doesn't work very well. This bowl vibrates so fast that you cannot really do it properly around the rim. So I'm just going to be striking it like this. And just letting the energy be created. So what I suggest is that you perhaps, depending on what you need, but perhaps use this time to reconnect in with yourself, and that space of love, that space of connection in your own heart. If you're going through something specific right now that you are struggling with, then perhaps look at what you can receive to help you with that from the singing bowl. So allow the sounds to just fill up your body, work with them as best as you can. There's nothing you can do wrong, so just simply listen if you want to, and feel the vibrations, feel the sound, and let it penetrate and work into your body where it's needed. So let's have a look. And this is quite heavy, so we'll see how we go. So take a nice deep breath. So take another nice deep breath, and this I'm just finishing off now. So just take a nice deep breath and really soak up these vibrations. Think about transmuting or replacing fear with love. Think about transmuting the negative into the positive. Vibrates for ages. So take a nice deep breath, and we'll get this guy back over here. So beautiful, it's still vibrating. It's quite amazing. So I'll pop this down, and we'll be using that at our retreat. So if you're coming to our retreat, I'll definitely be bringing the large singing bowl. We can't really travel with it because it's way too large. So I trust you enjoyed that. Just take some deep breaths and just let that energy settle. Sorry about bumping you there. Okay, so what I'm doing now is looking for, we've pulled the card for Saturday, and we've pulled the card for Sunday, and now we're just looking for the theme card for Saturday and Sunday. So the theme card helps tie these days together, helps us see the bigger picture of these particular days or this particular weekend. So let's have a look and see what comes up. So I feel like this weekend's going to be very favourable for doing what we can to replace our fear with love, to turn challenges into opportunities, to turn the negative into the positive, to focus on the glass half full rather than the glass half empty. So to focus on what is working, focus on what is working out, focus on those positive things and the direction that we want to go in that way. If we spend all of our time dwelling on the past or dwelling on what happened or dwelling on the old story or the negativity that's around us, then we're just going to keep creating that in our life. So I feel this weekend almost like a reset button being pushed, and we have the opportunity to really seriously transform those negative things into something positive, so we can start afresh on Sunday and Monday. I feel almost like we're going to be starting again, like a new path beginning, like a green light turning on, and now is the opportunity for us to really seriously transmute that fear and those negative things into love and into the direction that we want to be going in our life. So that's just my 2 cents worth. I'm now going to find the best card for the theme for Saturday and Sunday, which I trust is this card right here. Card 31, called Expression. It talks about communication, listen, share, deliver and trust. It talks about taking our communications to a new level this weekend. And I always feel that communications always start with how well or not so good we might be communicating with ourselves. I've noticed time and time again during my self-healing journey, which has been nearly 20 years, that whenever I have communication issues with someone, it's always because of an issue that I'm having within myself, where I might not really be listening to how I feel. I might be denying myself of the truth. I might not be communicating effectively with me. So I notice that these outer reflections of communication issues, I'll almost always come back to what I'm not communicating with myself. So I always feel this is a great starting point. Anytime you're having communication issues, or when it's coming up for you, is to turn that inward and look at, okay, am I communicating clearly with myself? Am I listening to what I'm feeling, what I have to say, what I am saying? Sometimes we splurt off all this stuff and we're not really hearing what we're saying or hearing our thoughts. All these are part of that communication with ourselves. So think about how you can take your communications to a deeper level over the weekend, but especially your communications with you. Are you listening to how you feel? Are you sharing from your heart, or are you sharing from an insecure space, worrying about what other people might think or wanting other people to like you, and then communicating from that perspective? So think about what communication means to you, if it's important to you over the weekend, and how you can take it to a deeper level, and how you can really clear any blocks that you might be having in your actual communications with others as well as with yourself. So trust in what you feel, and then speak it in as honest and truthful way as you can that feels right to your heart, and really listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth. So that's the theme card for the weekend. I trust this guidance has been helpful for you. If you just joined in, I've already picked the cards for Saturday and Sunday, so come back and watch the video if you want to. These cards come to you from my Speed of Light Oracle cards, which you can learn more about on my website if you like. On my website you'll find I've got a drum on there, the serpent drum. I've got pendants. I've got one actually similar to this for memory. Ceramics and crystals and books and lots of different things. So please have a look at templeofbalance.com.au if you're inspired to. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And as always, if you would like to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. I will be back again to share with you sometime soon, perhaps on Monday. Just a reminder, or if you didn't join at the very beginning, that I now have a video tab on my website. So I will be sharing the YouTube copy of this particular streaming in the next hour over on my website. So if you miss live videos, or if you're not on Facebook for some time, you can always go back to the video tab, and I will keep that updated with the video guidance. So thanks everyone, sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Have a fantastic weekend and a beautiful new moon, and I will connect with you again soon. Thank you. Namaste.